If you are a manager and are planning to use AI in your organization going forward, there is one skill going into 2025 that it is absolutely essential to master. Hey, Steve Carey here again, talking about AI made easy and how you can get ahead using AI. And the skill that I want to talk about today is creating custom GPTs. If you don't know what these are, go back to my earlier videos where I show you how to make a custom GPT. In short, what these are pre-programmed prompts using ChatGPT that already have the prompts defined, and they include knowledge files as well. The capabilities of these custom GPTs are huge, but you don't need to get deep into them to make them really effective for you. You just have to get good at creating them for every task that your team operates on. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you an example of how I use a custom GPT to create all of the content related to these videos that you see here. And that's just one part of my operations. But with a single GPT, I can quickly create all of the content that is related to these videos. That includes the email newsletters that I send out, the YouTube title, the YouTube description, the YouTube keywords. I also use it to write a lesson description for my private course area, and the list goes on. However, I've taken the time to create a custom GPT simply for the creation of these AI made easy videos, and that has removed a ton of time from me and has allowed me to take this role and have other people help me out. Now, imagine you're somebody who manages a team of 3 to 5 people. Let's use a marketing department for an example. Start thinking about all the different tasks that your team already operates on. This spans everything from writing articles to creating product sheets, to creating web pages, to creating blog posts, to managing a website, all the SEO that goes in there, all of the analytics, social posts. Each one of these can be broken down and built around a custom GPT. And now you have a platform where every person on your team has an assistant to help them get their job done. In addition to that, you can start loading up knowledge and other resources within this platform that's going to give your current team and anybody else that comes on board instant access to all the history and all the details about how you do the jobs. It is a game changer. But going into 2025, this is going to be table stakes for being an effective manager in the age of AI. So let's get on to an example. I want to show you how I use my custom GPT, a little bit behind the scenes of how I've programmed it to do all of the content related to these videos. So on my screen, we're looking at my custom GPT for the content builder for the Stevecast videos. And I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like if I were to go in and edit the GPT. It's not that complex. I have a set of instructions here that includes a lot of detail about what some of the examples look like, but it contains more information about my tone of voice and my writing style. And it also has all the context around this project and what I'm trying to do with it. In addition, I have some knowledge files uploaded so it knows where to look for when I want it to write an email newsletter, for example. I'm still experimenting with how to fine-tune this, and that's part of the beauty of creating custom GPTs. You can make them highly customized, and you can iterate on them and improve them to make them even better. Let's go back and see what I do after I create my video and I start to create all the content that I need in order to make this productive. I'm going to show you the process that I go through after I get done creating a video, and everything starts with a transcript. And I, of course, have a bunch of prompts already lined out, and I'll show you what those look like. I have these in my prompt library, which is based off of Notion, and you can see that my start to conversation is always with a transcript. So all I do is I copy my prompt over, I paste it into ChatGPT, and the next thing I do is I copy in the transcript. So now my custom GPT has a beginning prompt and it has my transcript, and it knows from here on out that everything I do is going to be based off of this transcript for this video. So it's ready to go. Now, I won't go through every portion of this because I think that would be a bit tedious, but I will show you the example of writing an email newsletter. I quickly paste in a short prompt that basically says, write an email newsletter. Use the example in my knowledge files. It knows what that means. And from this point, it's going to go ahead and generate that email newsletter. Now, I know from experience that it does a pretty good job of creating the email newsletter based off of my examples. It's still not perfect, and this is one of the areas where I'm refining and improving it. And one of the things that I always see is there's a bit of extra phrasing that I might not want in there. I have an updated prompt that basically tells it to create the output, but before you do, analyze it internally, think about it, and ask yourself whether it really aligns with the output that I want. That's another way to get better outputs of your prompts using ChatGPT. Now, as it's going through this, you can see how easy it is to build content off of a transcript. Imagine that you're using the same type of instruction set, but in your case, you might be writing website pages or blog articles or social posts, and they all need to adhere to a brand voice and tone. Another example might be, how do I respond to a customer who has a difficult email? And there is a custom GPT on how to handle difficult inquiries. So you can see that this list goes on and on and on. There's so many things you can do with this. This is why I think if you're leading teams in any capacity, the ability to create custom GPTs to help your team perform at a higher level and accelerate how they perform is a game changer. And this is one of those areas where I think it is an absolute responsibility of a manager to take this on and lead by example and show their team how they can get more done at a higher quality level using custom GPTs and AI to help in their jobs. It gives them time back to work on more things that have a higher impact, more strategic implications, and unlocks the capabilities that each one of them has in their unique zone of genius. That right there, I think, is the number one reason to get everybody starting to use AI and specifically custom GPTs, because it is the easiest stepping stone to get people to leverage their capabilities that they may not be able to bring to bear because they don't have the time, or they're spending too much time on repeatable, tedious tasks. So I hope this has been inspiring and at least thought-provoking. If you're looking for more help on how to create a custom GPT, check out my other video regarding getting started with custom GPTs. This will be a huge game changer for you and your organization. All you have to do is get started. All right, that's it for now. Thanks and take care.